Hello, everybody. Welcome to A Trader's Journey. My name is Leslie Pips, and thank you for joining me on these Sunday sessions and where I take you through my market analysis, what to look out for the week, what I look at, what I see, what I'm planning, and hopefully throughout the week I'll take you through my executions. So I try to take you through what I'm looking at. As you all know, I trade gold, I trade AM pairs, I trade EU and GU. So I'm just gonna do a quick market analysis of what I think is gonna happen next week based on what happened on Friday and last week. So without further ado, let's all go for it. This is as I said, a trader's journey. Um, I'm doing a $100 flip challenge, and I haven't been trading much. I took one trade probably last week, but the market was a bit weird for me, and I couldn't predict price. I couldn't predict market structure. So hopefully next week is going to be a good one. So let me just take you through what I saw, what I think is going to happen, and then I'll create my plan and basically I'm just going to create basically an analysis, and I'll show you what I'm thinking and where I would possibly take my trades if something like what I'm going to show you now happens. So without further ado, let's jump into it. As you can see here, this is the yen pair on a daily chart. So obviously you can see we've been very, very bearish for the longest time, starting over here in 15 Jan, ever since we broke structure over here. Let me just quickly show you. We had structure break over here on the daily, and price came back into this value area, tapped it, and we've been running down ever since. Had a slight pullback over here, and price proceeded to move down. And this was 12 February. It was possibly the week before last. So the market's been very bearish, right? And I feel like there's still a lot of liquidity in this area over here, right? So we've been pushing down. Thursday was a big move down. That's when we broke structure again on Thursday over here. Another structure break after we had this initial pullback, and we're still in this daily range. This is my external range, this is my internal range. Until we break this low, we are still in the internal range. So my prediction is price is going to come back and do something like this, maybe take liquidity over here, and maybe start turning bullish again. But all this is all speculation. We never know until obviously the market opens. But I feel like this liquidity zone over here is going to be the next target. If I go in the 4-hour chart, I'll show you exactly what I'm thinking about. So these are my breakup structures. Let me delete all this, make it a little bit neater for you guys. As you can see, so obviously my daily structure is my 4-hour structure. So this is my 4-hour external. We just took the lows on Friday of my 4-hour structure. Now we're starting to pull back into the same zone again. So if you look closely, let me just zoom in for you guys. So this low has been taken. So this becomes my new low because we've had a slight pullback, and we're going to pull back again a little bit more. But I'm looking at this area here as a potential. If we close above this area, there's a potential pullback and entries we can take on this low here. But if we reject, then we're probably going to come back and take these lows over here, as I showed you on the daily chart, right? So we had a slight pullback after market closure on Friday, and so that's what I'm looking at. Show you now on the lower time frames. This pullback here, big candle here, big engulfing candle, took out these lows. So we created a new 4-hour low. I'll wait for the lower time frame to show us that it's turning bullish. Obviously, this is my external 4-hour structure, and I'll show you now on the 1 hour first I go down. So on the 1 hour, it's my 1 hour structure. I'm showing you guys how I look at the market as I break it down structure by structure, time frame by time frame. We still have the overall high time frame structure in mind, and we wait for the lower time frames to show us start breaking market structure to start basically the high time frame pullback. Obviously, you're not going to see it on the high time frame. It'll start on the lower time frame. You start seeing market structure shifts on the lower time frames. That will basically show you that we're starting a new basically the market starting to turn the other direction, but you can only see that on lower time frame. So this is how I look at it. It's my 1 hour structure. So I'm going to be looking at this area here. It's quite an important area to see whether we can break these lows over here, and we can look for market structure shifts in these areas, something like this. Maybe start a pullback. There's a value area in the zone over here. But obviously all this is all speculation until the market opens, and then we react to how price is behaving on the day. So we're just speculating. I just want to see this low broken, and if I pop in a fib, where's my fibs? If I pop in a fib on this overall structure from the low to from the high to the low, as you can see, let me just delete this, make it cleaner. For me, I usually look for the 0.25 to be broken. That confirms that the pullback has started, because here the price hasn't pulled back enough for me to think about entering the market. Obviously, I want this level to break, and maybe perhaps we close above the 0.25, and perhaps I can take a trade over here and then wait to see what market does at the 0.5 level. So that's what I'm looking at on the yen pair. If we break this level, but I still want to see the 0.25 broken, that'll show me that the pullback has started. Otherwise, sometimes price will just react on the 0.25, retest, and then proceed to go down. So that's why I wait for this level to be broken, retest it, and I'll take an entry maybe to the 0.5, and then I'll wait to see how the market reacts on the 0.5 level, because that's the pullback on the 1 hour structure. On the 4 hour, if I go back on the 4 hour and show you on the fib in the 4 hour structure where the 0.5 is, if you can see this green line over here, that's the 4 hour halfway point, halfway pullback, 50% pullback point. So I've put it in here so that you guys can see, and this is the 1 hour halfway point. So that's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm waiting for, to see the lower time frame to show me that the market is shifting directions. Obviously 15 minutes, same thing, break the structure, break this level, and then retest, and I'll take an entry over here. Let me just quickly show you. Here we go. Bullish trade, bullish entry. Here we go. Something like this for me, I will be interested in, just to target this area over here. But I'll see, obviously all this we'll see when the market opens. Going to the, that's the yen pair. So let me just do GJ quickly as well, because they sort of move in tandem. So I'm not gonna do a lot on the yen pairs because they sort of move the same. Obviously you can see my range is daily range, my 4 hour range, and I'm not gonna touch too much on these because of the UJ and GJ, EJ, they all move in tandem. So my 4 hour structures here, this is my external, this is my internal structure. Let me just go on the 4 hour quickly and show you basically what I'm looking at. This is my 4 hour, this is my internal structure, this is my external. Obviously this high, this low and this high has not been broken yet, so this remains my internal 4 hour structure, my external 4 hour structure, and this is my internal 4 hour structure. You can see obviously bearish behavior, breaking structure over here, pull back into the value area and started pushing down. So we broke this last low pre. This was where price started to flip, obviously right here. Obviously we reacted on this level here, pushed back into this belly area, and then we broke this area. So if I let me just remove this, so we broke this level, which is an important level because we failed to be rejected of this level a few times, pull back into this value area, and then now we broke it. So what I can predict here as per the yen pair, I'll show you now where it's either we retest here, take these lows, and then we start shifting bullish from here, or what can happen is just need to find my fibs. Here's my fibs. This is a halfway point of the 4-hour range over here, and obviously we're already here in the discounted zone. So there's a lot of liquidity lying over here. Let's see what price does, and obviously we follow what UJ does. Usually these pairs follow what UJ does, and yeah, and then this is my 1 hour, which is do this. It's my 1 hour structure. Obviously we broke this structure. Now this becomes my new 1 hour low. Let me just delete this. Obviously you guys can see where my levels are. So this comes my new low. I can even refine it a little bit more because this is the high that took out this low. So this is my new 1 hour structure, and I'll wait for the lower time frame to facilitate the pullback. I can even go in the 5 minutes to look at the structure changes on the 5 minutes. Obviously I want to I would want to break the 0.25 and target the 0.5. Obviously this is on a smaller scale, but this is where I look for lower time frames to show me market structure shift, because the yen pairs all look the same, so I'm not going to touch too much on them. I'm just going to follow what UJ does and look on these on GJ and UJ on how they react. And yeah, and then I'm just going to EU, start on the daily, and let me take you through what I was looking at. My levels don't change until these are broken. I'll just leave them here. My levels, these are my levels, my daily range. Obviously the high is the low. This is internal structure on the daily. Until this high is broken or this low broken, we're still in the internal phase. So obviously now we're starting to shift a little bit bullish. Hold on, just take a sip. So now we're starting to shift a bit bullish on the daily chart. Obviously you can see structure breaks. There's a one structure break. Came back, pulled back into this value area, started to push forward, push up again, another structure break over here, and now we are stuck sort of in this 4-hour zone, but I'll show you in the 4-hour now what I mean. The EU's is a bit, it's not clean enough. I don't love this price action. This is obviously, if you look closely, these are the daily order blocks over here. You guys know, if you follow the channel, you know I love my order blocks. That's my bread and butter. Obviously it's a daily order block. It's been rejected, the order block level rejected twice, 3 times here. Price pushed down all the way. Let me delete this. Came back, retested this area again, pushed down, retested this area again. So until this level is broken, I'm not quite sure on EU yet, because this is quite an important level that's been rejected so many times. Let me just leave this here, just change the color so that we can have a reference when we go in the lower time frames. So this level is quite an important level because it's been rejected. This is last year's order block, rejected a few times this year. So let me show you in a 4-hour what I'm looking at. So that's that daily level. This is my 4-hour range. There's my fibs. Let me show you my fibs, what I'm looking at. This is my halfway point. Obviously this is still internal range, external range over here. Let me highlight it for you. This is my internal range, External range is over there. It's over here. This is the high. This is the low. So something interesting happened last week. Over here, obviously we had this initial push. Come on. Where's my fibs? Where's my fibs? We had this initial push over here. Came back to the 0.75, all the way to the 0.75, right? This is quite interesting. So on this level here, we're going to look on the lower time frame to show you that what I'm talking about when I say the lower time frame will initiate the market structure shift. Price came back, retested the 0.75 level, right? Came back, closed above the 0.5, came back, same level, rejected this level. Now we're in the 0.5 again, but we're still in the internal structure. But I'm interested in this area here to show you guys what I was talking about, and then I'll tell you what I'm predicting with EU. All right. So if I go on a 15 minutes, you can see this is the 0.75 level, and you can see the 15 minutes starting to show you market structure shift. Very slow, but it's starting to break structure on the way up. It started to break levels, broke this level, started breaking levels. As soon as we broke above the 0.5, I was expecting price to take out these highs, but this quite important, the yellow line, that's the daily order block line that I drew on the daily chart. But for me, because I didn't like this price action, I could have taken a trade here on the 0.5 because it fits with my strategy, but I didn't, and price proceeded to go to the highest high of the 4-hour range, but we still haven't broken the high. We're still in the internal structure phase. So what I'm looking at here, if I'm gonna trade EU, I'm looking for price to, because right now we sort of in the equilibrium phase of the 4-hour structure. It's in the middle of the 4-hour structure, so it could go either way. You can want to trade here, but price can just do this and come all the way down, or do the opposite. Same thing, come on, same thing, come down here, reject, 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 and then push up. So I'm not gonna look for anything in these levels here. What I'm gonna be looking for is this area over here. This area here. I want price to come here, reject, and then we can finally break. Hold on, give me a sec. We can finally break this area over here. Come on, why is it not working? We can finally break this level over here, but I'm only interested in buying at these levels because I feel like we've had a pullback on a higher time frame. Price proceeded to push up, and now we came back to the 0.5 level. So this is what I'm looking to enter, or if I'm being conservative, above these levels here when we start creating new highs in the 4-hour range. That's what I'm looking at on the on euro dollar. And then if I go on pound dollar, go back on the daily, show you guys what I'm looking at here. So this is actually quite empty. So you're gonna start a new chart with me, which is exciting. Let me show you how I do this. Right? For me, it's either you can go recent price action or older price action. So sometimes I like to go recent price action. I like to say this is my daily high, this is my daily low. Why do I choose these levels? Because this is the high, the broke structure over here, and then this is the low, and then this is here is my internal structure. This is our read market. I like my structures, and I always say that if you can understand market structure and how it works, that's half the battle won. All you have to do is figure out your entry model. That's what I keep saying. If you can figure out market structure and learn it and understand it, then 90% of the battle is won. Now it's just you figuring out the entry levels, whether you are SMC, ICT, whatever it is. Just create your own entry model on if the market does this, that's when I enter the market. But I feel like if you understand market structure, that's half the battle won. Not half, even 90% of the battle won, because whatever's left from there is your entry model. Obviously, you have to figure out where the value areas are, or supply and demand, what other people say, but I like to call them value areas. If you can figure those out, and market structure, it's obviously you've won the battle. So this is how I look at market structure. Obviously, this is break of structure, internal range. We had our push down, pull back. We broke the 0.5. We pulled back all the 0.75, but then these levels didn't hold. So that means we are very, very bullish at this point, because we are breaking all these levels going up. Because usually a typical pullback will reject around this area, or the 0.5 area, and start doing something like this. We'll have a pullback, maybe 0.5 at the extreme. We can go 0.5 or 0.75 at the extreme, but then the market didn't do that in this instance. And then obviously we'll usually see some things like that when the high time frame starts pushing down again. But now obviously here we started breaking levels, broke. This level was the important one. This last low pre-break. If you guys know Dante, then you'll know what I'm talking about. So this is the last low pre-break, and see, this is a very big level. Rejected, came back, rejected, and broke. Now we're on the 0.75. So because we broke this level, so look at something interesting is happening here on the daily, right here. One of my entry models I see here on the daily. So we had a big Thursday move. The daily Friday opened, took out the high of Thursday, came down, started a pullback because of near liquidity. There was liquidity here when Thursday closed, took it out, came down, but then it's gonna reject on this level. So we see a rejection here on the lower time frames. These highs are gonna be taken. There's a lot of liquidity here. This is the daily chart, remember, liquidity on this area. So I feel like next week we might see price taking out this level. So we'll see how we open on Monday, and we'll take it from there. I'm just gonna leave my daily levels there, and let me just quickly draw my 4-hour structure. You can clearly see it here. This was my last 4-hour high over here. I'm not gonna write on it, just to save time. But now I'll use this as my new high because we broke structure over here. So now it's my 4-hour levels. Obviously these are the daily 0.75 pullback. It's not even a pullback. Market structure has shifted. Look at this. In the 4-hour we started shifting market. So this is what I love about this strategy, right? If you see here, this is what I tell you. Like when I trade a pullback, I like price breaking, closing above the 0.25, because of it shows that the pullback is starting to begin. So obviously this is a 4-hour chart. This is a daily range. So if you swing trading, these should be your levels over here where you're looking to enter the market. Maybe target the 0, because there's a lot of pips here. Maybe target the 0.5 and wait for price to show you what it does here. See, it rejected the 0.5, came back to the 0.25, pushed again to the 0.5, and then pulled it back below the 0.5. Now since we closed above here, look here, another entry. You can enter this and hold to this, because now we broke the 0.5, or you can target this area and wait for price to close above this as we are closing. And then if we reject over here, we can come over here. This is how I look at it. Usually when I trade the pullback, I'll only target 0.5 and get out the market and see what it does next. But then if you're a swing trader, you can look at the strategy and try to go for it. And obviously this is as clear as daylight. So if you want to have a look at this, study it yourself, more than welcome to. So obviously this is my 4-hour range. Going back into this, let me just delete this for clarity. We all know where our channels are. Small 4-hour channel. I can draw a flip here on the 4-hour to see if we're gonna pull back. So if the 4 is gonna show me a pullback, I would wait. Obviously, you guys will guess it. Wait for the 0.5 to be broken, and maybe target the 0.5 if we're gonna see some sort of market structure shift on the lower time frame. So let me go on the 15-minute and show you what I'm looking at. I know you guys see my 1 hour ranges, my 15-minute ranges. It depends on the parts, how the price is acting on each time frame. Usually, sometimes I'll have my 1 hour zones, and now on this one I have my 15-minute zones. They're all more or less the same zones, so same range. On our 1 hour, this will be a range. This will be my 1 hour range. For this one, I'll just make it my M15 range. Change color, M15. Obviously, I still keep in mind my high time frame buys, because this is just be a pullback. So the reason why I say that lower time frames show you the or facilitate the pullback of the higher time frame. Look at this, broke structure over here, and now we're proceeding to move down. But obviously this is very bad price action. Friday indecision on the market. This is the 4 hour over here, 4 hour 0.25. Obviously if we break that, we can come all the way to here, and then price can proceed to move up again. Excuse my drawings, but you get the gist, right? I'm not gonna look for anything because I'm just gonna wait for price to come back to this area, to the zone, and see if we break this. If we break this, and I'll probably take something here, target in this area, and then just wait for market structure shift over here. See, I'll take another trade here if we start retesting the 0.5, or I can just wait for price to break above here and target the high time frame structure high, where there's a lot of liquidity. So that's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm looking to do. Hopefully overnight in Asia can push price down to these levels, so that when London starts, we can have a decision and perhaps take a trade. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at. That's my analysis on what I trade. Let me quickly touch on gold. I haven't touched on gold. I know this is a long video, but let me quickly touch on gold. There's my gold. There we go. Quickly do gold for you guys, and let's see where we're at. Quite interesting level. Actually, a friend of mine told me about this level, just to look out for it. There's 11 Feb level over here, level high, because price has been rejecting on this level. So he told me to draw a line there, and you'll see that it's quite an important level. So I left my line there, and then this is my 4 hour range, can be my daily range, but I'll keep it on 4 hour range because there isn't like the low on the daily is over here. So I don't want to leave all of this. I don't want to make quite a big structure, quite a big zone. This is quite a big zone, so I'll just leave it on the 4 hour. Obviously, we had some rejections here on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Rejected this high. The only way we'll take gold if we break the candles high. So I'll show you on the lower time frames now. What I'm saying. Obviously, gold is very bullish at the moment. Let me clean it up a bit. We only looking to buy on gold until like maybe these levels start being taken out. But what happens to gold is usually over the week it will rebalance price and then start moving up again. So at the moment we are still very bullish on gold. Obviously, price is rejecting here on this level that a friend of mine told me about. There's a lot of rejections here, and it's quite an important level. It's trying to push up. There isn't enough buyers at this price point. These levels here, no one's buying at these levels, right? So come on, no one's buying at these levels. So what I'm looking at is that we need gold to rebalance so that more buyers can enter the market, because no one's going to buy at these levels. That's why you see so many rejections. There isn't enough players in the market that are buying gold, because it's overpriced at the moment. So what we need to see is at least pull back, maybe even below. This is the 50% range of the 4 hours, 50% pullback of the 4 hour, maybe come all the way down here, and then we'll see more people buying again, and then you'll start to see gold starting pushing up again, because that's what happened here. You see that we had rejections here, no one was buying at this price point. We had a rebalance of price. See, this was rebalancing. So when I spoke about rebalancing of price, people got in the market here, pushed up, created higher highs again. Now we're failing to push down again, but there isn't enough buyers here, so we need people, sellers, because everyone's the reason why price is not moving at this point, because no one wants to sell gold at this moment. Everyone's bullish on gold, so no one wants to sell gold. That's why price is not moving. No one is looking to take a sell, so everyone is looking for buys. So price is sort of creating a weird range. So we're not trading gold until a level is broken, until something like the 50% range is broken, and then have a deeper pullback, and then we can start moving up again. Even here, we created high highs and price rebalanced. Price came back, rejected off this level here, and then had another push up, rebalance, push up. So we're waiting for the next rebalance, and then we can start getting into the market at these levels for the 50% range. But we need a pullback into the discounted zone, and everybody will start buying again, and you'll see gold start to soar again. So at this moment, no one is bearish on gold. No one wants to take a chance and sell gold. I might take a chance just below the 50% range. If we can close below here, maybe have a deeper pullback here when price starts to rebalance, and then once we see market structure shift at this point, we can jump in on the buys again, because everyone's going to be buying gold at this level, looking for the next high highs. I predicted gold's going to go to 3,000 maybe this month or next month. This is my prediction on gold. We're going to 3,000, but we'll see what happens in it. But at this moment, don't get into the market, but don't take my word for it. Just wait for some levels to be broken, price to rebalance. But this zone here, you're gonna lose a lot of trades if you're trying to trade gold in the zone. So wait for a pullback, because no one's gonna be buying gold at this level. People's gonna be looking to buy gold at these levels here. So that's my prediction, and I hope you liked the video. Thank you, everyone. That's my market analysis for the week. Show me some love. Smash the like buttons. Help me grow the channel. And when I start taking trades again, I'll update you on where my account is sitting. And yeah, I'm still doing this challenge. Obviously, there's ups and downs, losses, wins. It goes as long as I manage my account well, manage my risk well. I know I'll do it. So I'll update you on how it goes when I take some trades, but this is my analysis. And so thank you for joining me, guys. I appreciate you, and smash up the like buttons, and let's have a good trading week, full of a lot of wins, less losses. And yeah, I appreciate you guys. This is a trader's journey. Thank you, and have a good week. And before I go, we are doing some live sessions in the week. If you have some time, come join us, come look at how we enter the market. And yeah, appreciate you guys. Thank you.